Today, I'm going to reveal how I, using AI, earned $2,200 in just 7 days. Stay with me until the end of this video and I'll share with you all the steps I took, the tools I used, and how you can follow the same path. There's no complicated technology, just straightforward results. Follow my steps as I unveil all the tricks. Step 1. Join Midjourney on Discord. Here we'll be creating children's illustrations that we'll later use to design personalized posters for kids. These posters will be customized with the child's name, as well as the hairstyle, hair color, and eye color. This is an excellent niche, especially since parents are our target audience. The products are entirely personalized, allowing us to set a relatively high price. I am creating a new server now. I'll name it Personalized Children's Posters. And click Create button. Now, I'll click on the Discord logo in the top left corner or on direct messages. Next, I'll click on the Midjourney bot. Then on Add App, and proceed to add it to the server I just created, Personalized Children's Posters. Then I'll click Continue and the Authorize button. It's time to send the first prompt to Midjourney. /imagine. In the first part of the prompt, we specify the style we want, which, in this case, is illustration, specifically for children. Then, we enter the main part of the prompt, which is what we desire. In this case, a cute boy. Finally, for additional details, I'll add a New Year's background. I don't want to provide too many details. I want to give Midjourney artistic freedom and see how it creates the illustrations. Now, I'm adding a parameter for the aspect ratio. I want the illustration to be in a 2.3 ratio since I'll be creating posters in that proportion. I am sending the command now to see the results. And here it is. I really like the quality and style of the illustrations. It did an excellent job, exactly as I envisioned. Now, I will create variations for all 4 illustrations, so I'll get an additional 4 illustrations similar to each of these. AI will make some changes to each of them, allowing me to choose the ones I like the most. Now I'll click on the V1 button and create 4 more variations of the first illustration. Since the remix mode option is enabled in our settings, we can send a prompt requesting specific changes and variations. However, since I don't want to do that, I'll disable that option in the settings and allow Midjourney to create its own variations. /settings and disable remix mode. Now I'll create variations for the remaining illustrations and click on the V2, V3, and V4 buttons. And here are the results. So, as you can see, the compositions differ, along with drawing styles, the appearance of the boy, poses, backgrounds, and many details. However, the dominant colors remain the same across all 4 variations. Now, I'll choose one illustration that I like the most from each group. I'll select illustrations with the best composition and body pose of the boy, as well as other details. Next, I'll change the setting from high variation mode to low variation mode to create variations of the chosen illustrations. This time, the variations will be much less since I've set it to low variation mode. From these variations, I'll choose the ones I like the most for the final pieces and then upscale them. For the first illustration, I'll choose V4. For the second illustration, I'll choose V4 again, then once more V4, and for the last one, V2. These are the results. The variations are much smaller than the previous time when I was working with the high variation mode. They mainly differ in some details, while the composition is almost the same on all of them. Now, I will choose one illustration from each group, which will be the final version. I have chosen the second illustration and clicked on U2 to upscale it. Then U4. Then U2. And U4. Here are the final illustrations I selected and upscaled. Since these are posters that will be printed, you can upscale them by 4x. Now it's time to personalize these characters to resemble any child. I'll customize the hairstyle, hair color, and eye color. In the upcoming steps, when I work on the final poster design, I'll also add the child's name, completing the full personalization of these posters. When customers order these posters, they'll have the option to choose all these details and add their child's name. This will add an extra layer of value and a personal touch. Let's create personalized illustrations of the boy now. I have re-enabled remix mode in settings, so I can send textual queries for some revisions to Midjourney. Now, we'll choose the Vary Region option and use it to change the child's hairstyle. Next, we'll select the lasso tool to select the hairstyle. Make sure the entire hair is selected while ensuring the rest of the face and illustration remain unselected, so the changes won't affect the rest of the illustration. Now, I will modify this prompt and add the change I want, which is to alter the hairstyle. You can specify the hairstyle's name or describe whether you want it longer or shorter, and Midjourney will create various variations for you to choose from. It's ready. Check out the variations it created for me. It even added a hat to one illustration. Now, I'll repeat this process and modify the prompt to create a variety of hairstyles, then upscale and save the ones I like. When you want to save the illustrations with hairstyles you like, after upscaling, click on Open in Browser and then save the image. This way, you'll save it in the highest possible resolution. Step 2. After creating different hairstyles, now we'll change eye and hair colors to fully personalize our characters. For this, we can use Photoshop or Photopea, which is similar to Photoshop and can be accessed online. It has very similar tools and operates on a similar principle. If you have Photoshop, you can also work in it. Now, I will choose the Magnetic Lasso tool to select the boy's eyes. Magnetic Lasso tool snaps to object edges. Automatically, the tool selects the edges of an object as you move the mouse by finding the changes in brightness and color values between the object and its background. As it finds those edges, it displays an outline on the edge and, like a magnet, snaps to it. It's so simple to select. Now I'm choosing the hue saturation option to change the eye color. By adjusting the hue, saturation, and lightness sliders, we achieve the desired shades of colors. Let's repeat the entire process for the hair. Once you choose the desired combination, save the image. Then, repeat the process many times to create various combinations of hair and eye colors so that clients can choose a character that closely resembles their child. When you finish all the combinations for this poster, create different combinations for personalizing the character for other posters as well. Additionally, you can personalize other details, such as skin color, clothing, and other elements in the illustration. Once you complete all of that, repeat the entire process from the first and second steps to create posters for girls in the same way. Step 3. Let's go to Printful. Printful is an on-demand printing and fulfillment company. Here we will order posters for our clients. Printful will print and ship them to the customer's desired address. But also on the Printful website, we will fully create the designs for our posters, adding the child's names based on orders, as the posters are entirely personalized. But that's not all. Here, we will also create mock-ups for our products, which we will later use in marketing to showcase our product. Additionally, there are other alternative print-on-demand websites like Printful, among which I would highlight Printify and Gelato. Now I will create templates for our posters and design the final layouts. Later, I will use these templates for ordering, just replacing the image based on the child's eye and hair color. Also, I will change the child's name here, depending on the name chosen by the customer while placing an order. I've entered a random child's name. Here I can now choose the font size, font color, and other details to design the poster. Afterward, I will create mock-ups from these to use in my marketing. When I finished, I clicked on the Save Template button, then on View Template, and afterward on Download Mockups. There, I can select all the mockups I like for Printful to create. After that, I will click on Generate Mockups and then Download Mockups. Now I will repeat the process for all the posters. I just created hundreds of mockups, and here I've singled out just a few for you to see how it looks. Also, you can create mockups through Placeit. There, you can choose the mockup theme, context, background, action, and overall appearance and composition. You can find more such websites, or you can do it yourself in Photoshop if you are skilled with it. For this type of product, mock-ups in a context where children are playing, holding their posters, with their parents, and so on, would yield the best results. This is because it will have an emotional impact on our target audience, which is parents. Step 4. I now have a finalized product, and the next step is to craft my marketing strategy. For this product, I will start my own online store by creating a new brand. I'll lease a domain and hosting, choose a brand name, and design a website. I can use platforms like Shopify or WooCommerce, and it can be done in just a few days or weeks. It's a bit challenging, but the best option. However, if you want to start selling your personalized posters quickly and with less effort, you can also do it through Etsy. For those who don't know, Etsy is a global platform where unique and creative items, products, and gifts are sold, making it a perfect fit for our product. Even if you have your brand, Etsy could be an additional source of income where you could certainly reach a large number of new customers. As for online advertising, the first things that come to everyone's mind are Facebook and Instagram. This can be an excellent product for these social networks since it's a creative product that visually attracts attention. A great strategy could also be ranking through Google and other search engines. SEO optimization, especially if people search for phrases like personalized posters for kids or personalized kids posters, for example. This can be checked using the keyword planner, where you can see the monthly searches for different terms and the level of competition. This strategy can be excellent, especially if you are building a long-term business. You can also try Pinterest, where people search for interesting and creative ideas, and the competition is lower than on other social networks, especially outside the United States. As well as on TikTok, which is becoming increasingly popular, but for this type of marketing, it would be necessary to devise and create several user-generated content video ads. I've decided to start by using Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest for advertising, and later on, I'll also try other advertising methods. Here's the visual content I created in just about 15 minutes using the mock-ups from the previous step and Photoshop to design visuals for these social media platforms. Next, I'll run Facebook and Instagram ads, as well as create additional content and posts for these social media platforms, including Pinterest. And here are the results after the first 7 days. I had 42 orders and sold a total of 75 posters at a price of $60 each, generating a total revenue of $4,500. On average, I spent around $16 per poster on production and shipping, while the marketing cost per conversion per poster was around $14.5. So, the total overhead cost was $30.5 per poster. Therefore, the total profit for the first 7 days amounted to $2,200. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you have any questions, suggestions, or ideas, leave a comment below, and I'll be happy to respond.